All right, guys. So there's this girl, right? Oh man. Uh, Back in the day, I found myself. Um, Actually, we used to work together, and I would go out of my way to go visit her at her office to be like, "Hey, what's up? How's it going? Hope you're having a good day. Did you go to church this week?" So, mind you, that was years ago. Today is 2019. So that would have been back in like 2014. So about 5 years ago. 5 years ago, we worked together. And so now we fast forward to about last year. Oh my goodness, it's been literally almost a year. So you guys remember the video where I saw my homeboy who's now famous, Renan. Um, if I can find that video, I'll tag below. Anyway, my friend, we saw him and his girlfriend eating while we were at IHOP after that tournament that I got the gold medal at, the international tournament. And so we're eating and stuff, and then I see Renan, and y'all remember that video. I was highly upset that, now that he's famous, and I was like, hey, bro, it's me. And then he looked at me like, whatever, who are you? You remember how I said, like, I felt like I didn't exist, right? Like, dang, like, okay, like, yeah, okay, Keith, whatever. But of course, since then, he and I have reconnected, and he's like, oh, my bad, bro. I thought you were somebody else or something. In that same exchange, little did I realize, right to the right of him was that girl that I used to have that huge crush on that I would go visit. You guys remember even talking about this at work, and here she was with her little baby, and I'm sitting here like, the baby's got to be 3 now. I was thinking all this stuff in my head, like, I don't see a ring. Like, what? I need to go say hi. So I go say hi, right? And I'm like, hey. And she's like, oh, hello. I'm like, uh, man, I almost said her name, but it's like, hey, do you remember me? I worked here, blah, blah, blah. I know this person. She's like, oh, yeah, I've heard of you, whatever. Heard of me, didn't remember me, but, excuse me, I'm a little bit hurt right now because of what just happened. So, in that moment, I was like, hey, blah, 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 I moved away, but I'll be moving back in about a year, so, we should keep in contact, which is, you know, pretty solid. And she's like, yeah. I was like, hey, what's your Instagram? Because that's what you ask people nowadays for Insta or Snap. Like, so yeah, I got her Instagram in that moment, and get the phone for the evidence, because that's how this world works. So get her Instagram, and I'm a person like I have. It's never a dull moment with me. I feel like I don't know. I just like asking a lot of questions because I'm a person, I like to know stuff. Like, I'm not a know-it-all, but it's just like I feel like if there's something to know, why can't I know it? Like, why can't I learn about, something that's happened, or learn about a person or anything like that? So immediately, if you're friends with me, you guys know I have a lot of questions all the time about everything, always. All right. Took a long time, but now I'm at the beginning of our convo, and I was like, hey, this is so embarrassing to go back. Okay, so February 4th, so it's been a little bit longer than a year. I was like, hi, no response. This is so embarrassing to go back over. And then it was like, second message, 4 days later, you never added me. If you're watching this right now, which I know you are because I sent you this. This is so embarrassing. Anyways, then I was like, hey, I'll be down next week. Man, this is so bad. Like, go back over these messages and just look. Anyway, and then about a month later, right? So we seen each other like February 4th. No, 3rd. It would have been the 3rd. And then I messaged her the 4th because you never message the same day. Like I've learned, like that's just weird, or so I've heard from all the movies. So yeah, a month later, right? Start talking about, going to church and blah blah blah. So now here's a year later. Like you guys can see this. This is off and on for like an entire year. Like, oh, I dropped the mic at some point. Wait, what? What was that? Look at that. Boosh. Dropping the mic. Anyway, yeah, a year later, right? So, this is so weird. You guys probably saw the title of this video, and this is the part where I'm gonna look off into the distance and play sad music. Okay, so today, we're just going to fast forward through this story because you guys probably want to get to the punchline, right? So I sent her a message one time and I was just like, hey, here's the deal. Like, I used to like you so much. This is totally downplaying how the message actually went. And I was like, yeah, I just felt like I didn't exist or whatever. Like, I would go visit you, blah, blah. And, of course, it was such an embarrassing, very bold little message to send her because I was like, man, tell people that. And a lot of times thank you guys for showing me so much love, by the way. That's why my phone keeps going off. Like, it's a bunch of comments and stuff on videos. Appreciate it. Anyway, back to this. So yeah, just let her know what was going on and stuff. And, we went out to eat, which is so funny because here I am thinking like this was the best date ever. Like we went out and then we went to church after. And I think y'all remember that video too. Like I talked, oh no, actually I didn't make a video about that. That's the truth. I did not make a video about that. But yeah, just thinking to myself like, man, we went to eat and we went to church after. I'm like, man, that's the new standard. Actually, I did make a video about that. Anyways, so I felt like, oh, so amazing. Like, oh man, yeah. And then like after that, I was finally like, hey, I'm gonna tell you the truth, blah, 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 whatever. And then she's like, oh, I thought you were doing that because you're friends with everyone and you like just hanging out. I was like, what? What? This is so embarrassing going back over it. Oh my gosh. Like, in that moment, I felt so like, I'm like, what? Are you kidding me? I was like, man, I remember telling my best friend, I was like, bro, we went out, we went to church after. I'm like, bro, oh my gosh, this is perfect. This is perfect, oh my gosh. And nope. It was literally just another meal. Now, at the request of her, she said to go ahead and make a YouTube video about this moment. So this is why I'm making this video. So I went ahead and just continued to just laugh it off, just kind of like, haha, no big deal. It's awkward, but it's all good. I'm gonna keep pressing through because you know what? If this works out, great. I have a great story. But if it doesn't, it's still a great story for, my campers or something, a song later. I don't know. Taylor Swift writes the best music after situations. I don't know. You know what I mean? So today, we were talking about like devotions and stuff and just like devotionals, whatever. And then I was like, she responds a little bit late just because of work and life and you know how that is. So she spells her name And I look at the spelling and versus what she wrote versus what I have saved in my phone. It's two completely different things. Well, not two completely, but like there was one letter that's a D and or I thought was a D and hers is actually a T. So I was like, oh my gosh. Like she sent me a reply and I was like, oh my God, thank you so much. It's a T, not a D. And I started laughing. So she immediately responds back. Well, not immediately. It's like 3 minutes later. She responds back like, okay, this is just as good as an opportunity as any, albeit embarrassing. She's like, what is your first name? Hold on, I gotta get this to y'all can see it but can't see. Okay, this is because, look. It says, okay, just as good an opportunity to ask, albeit embarrassing, what is your first name? Keith, I have a horrible memory and your Instagram is no help. I was like, you're kidding. Bruh. I make this up. This is why I started a YouTube channel. The most random stuff always happens to me. And then I was like, nah, it's Kennedy, like the president. And then I was like, nah, it's Keith. She's like, I was right. I'm like, I've been sitting here trying to figure out, should I be hurt? Like how should I, like a year of messaging you. We worked together for like 6 months. We went out to eat, like, bro. And then I was like, so, did you not know my name when we went out to eat? And she's like, nope, I'm a risk taker. I'm not making it up. Yo. Oh my gosh, this is so funny. And then she says, I know I shouldn't be, but I've been laughing through this little conversation, or chuckling through this little conversation. I think I haven't, anyway. Bro. You ever felt like you didn't exist? That's how I felt. I felt like, I'm like, dang, we talk sometimes every day, at least every week, for like this is, like, that's how I felt almost a year ago when Renan, you know, he's all famous now, and he just looked at me like, who are you? Like, but this one's kind of hurts a little bit deeper. This is, you know, your woman crush It is Wednesday. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed that story time. As you saw on Instagram, I was supposed to be shooting a music video today, but the artist is nowhere to be found. He hasn't, like, he's been texting my manager all day, but like, dude's at work or whatever he's doing. I'm ready to go. I got other things I could be doing, but I'm sitting here waiting, which is why I ask for deposits nowadays, because, you know, if you waste my time, like, bro, like, that's just, I'm still gonna get paid. I'm still gonna get paid whether you show up or not. So, anyways, I'm excited because April 25th, 26th, 27th, we're gonna be performing at the Porch here in Norman, and I'm excited because, shoot, my first show in about 6 years, and I got 3 in a row, and I got some homies coming up from Fort Worth. They're gonna perform, and then have some guys, a guy that's on the OU football team is gonna be performing, and then we got an R&B singer from out here. I got a guy that's rap with Tech 9, some of them. He's gonna be performing with me. Then my homegirl Carly Fries on Instagram. She's gonna be coming out and performing as well. Hopefully I get rid of this before I get on stage, because you don't want me up there like, yeah. That'd be kind of gross and weird. You'd probably leave. I'd leave, you know what I mean? So we got merch coming, shirts, wristbands, CD. We're gonna print off CDs, and I'm trying to think of what else. That's all I can remember for now. But that's it. That's all. I just wanted you guys to hear this story. It's random. I know things happen to me. You're probably like, well, if you like this story, go ahead and press the like button. And if you want more random stuff that happens to me and other music updates and everything else, go ahead and press the subscribe button. It's Black and Chan MMA. I am out of here. My real name is Keith. Okay. It's Keith. K-E-I. Subscribe.